Dear American comic industry, this is an honest, heartfelt message from me to you. I know things have been difficult, but your limp attempt to try and compete with anime today's is nothing short of pathetic. It's commonly known outside of your fart-sniffing circles that Japanese waifus will always come out on top. See, America, you might have destroyed Japan in World War II, but yet they will destroy your precious comic book industry. Stay based, Japan, stay based. I remember a time when all of the West was laughing at Japanese entertainment. Well, look who's laughing now.
Who's laughing now? Yes, I was in the chess club.
Maybe in the back of your empty small mind, you think there's a way to fix this. No! The comic book industry is evolving, it's just that it's happening backwards. What isn't going backwards is my subscriber count. We're getting closer and closer to 70,000 every day. So if you want to be on my big sub sandwich, you know what to do. More anime, more manga content coming your way, so like the video and ring the notification bell, baby. Now I just want to say there's more art in a single page of whichever Berserk Deluxe book that you can pick in my collection than whatever you comic book pansies can come up with. The best that American comics can come up with these days are characters called Snowflake and Safe Space, where the male character wears pink booty shorts. Yeah, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. The start of the comic book probably goes something like this. I am Woke Flake and I am Broke Space, and together we get woke and go broke. These two don't actually fight any bad guys. They just cancel them on social media. If there is a villain, it should be a 2-on-2 battle. Get ready for the evil counterparts of Snowflake and Safe Space. Facts and logic. I mean, I don't even think Thanos would even need to snap his fingers at these two. He would just laugh. In the trailer for this eye cancer, the narrator calls one of them a trailblazer. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but the only trail she's blazing is to the fridge and back. There is no way in hell she's ever blazed any trails in her life, other than a dozen donut shops. I'm disappointed that possibly my grandchildren will never know characters like Wolverine and Magneto, and instead will know Snowflake and their rival fragile male ego. Stan Lee must be spinning like a fucking Beyblade in his grave right now, rotating at 10,000 RPM. If Stan Lee didn't die, he probably would have died anyway watching that absolute abomination. Anyway, look, the pathetic Western woke Whaman design is an embarrassment. If Abby Zilla from The Last of Us 2 is anything to go by, then we'll have a 300-pound bearded woman in an action movie very soon, coming to a movie theater near you very soon. Now, I love how anime makes everything cuter, with a very appealing art style, I might add, whereas in the West, they make everyone as deformed as possible. And yet we're supposed to believe that anime is the one that's unrealistic. Now, Bumping and Grinding featuring Neil Druckmann and a female bodybuilder whose muscles would put the Incredible Hulk to shame is apparently more realistic. Are you kidding me? See, the difference here is that Japanese art depicts women as, you guessed it, women. American art depicts women as foul beasts with grumpy expressions. The perfect example is Abby Zilla getting clapped at the back of a van. So stunning, so brave, and so American. It's a good thing that the world isn't American. I swear, Japan is like the last line of defense against SJWs. Anyway, look, that is the point I'm making. Modern feminism is taking the femininity out of women one at a time, until they all look and act like men. What a way to empower women. Bravo, you fucking idiots. And what a time to be alive, to see women want to be like men. It's fascinating, to be honest. It's like, I don't know what to compare it to, but it's like watching a bunch of cats just for one day, out of the blue and in unison, try and eat vegetables for the first time ever. They hate it and they can't digest it, so why are they doing it? I'll tell you why, because when it comes to the fat-fingered SJWs on Twitter, it's called a severe chemical imbalance violence leading to a mental illness if they're not already there. Chances are they've already gone off the deep end. They took a high dive into a low well. So every time some libtard girl says real women don't look like anime women, just tell that knucklehead it's supposed to be fiction. It's not supposed to be real. If I wanted reality, I would go outside. But it's so funny to me that the don't push your morals onto us crowd is busy pushing their morals onto others. That is, yes, JW, logic for you. They're like, body shaming women is bad. But then they proceed to demand a feminine and attractive female character to be censored everywhere. This is, if you don't remember, the same asinine argument people were making when Tomb Raider's Lara Croft made her first appearance back in the 90s. It's amazing how fragile they are about attractive women. But I figured out why they're so mad. I'll tell you, it's the male gaze they have a problem with. You can't show anything that straight men might like. Believe it or not, that is the root of all their reeing. Anyway, when the most interesting thing about your creation is their orientation, gender, or ethnicity, then not only have you made a boring character, but you've also exposed yourself as an incompetent, purple-haired soy beta cock. That is why I love capitalism. It has a great method of telling people they are in the wrong line of work. Time to get back into the breadline where you belong, you dipstick. When you remember that writing a compelling narrative and likable characters is more important than any opinion you may have on politics, you can have your audience back. But until then, suck my dick. Imagine making comic books for 5% of the country and then being surprised that they don't sell well. We're at the point now where they just want to make characters to cater to free, sensitive, overweight weirdos on Twitter who probably don't even read the comics anyway, rather than their actual fan base. That is why they're getting clapped everywhere by manga. It's funny to me that Japan acts more American than America itself. In a country such as the United States of America that brags about being the most free and original, their comics and media certainly don't reflect that. Now in Japan, however, you have the freedom to make stories about wherever your imagination can take you. Good stories, no NPC pandering, easy to follow, an endless number of stories to choose from, and least of all, a ton of memes. What more do you want? Now, most manga and anime have actual main storylines which actually lead to an ending. Yeah, they actually lead to an ending. You know, something Marvel has never done in their comics. And also what sets anime and manga apart, even when dealing with politics and gender, they are not politically correct. Because the Japanese don't care about being PC. They are willing to explore themes which the Western comics would never touch. That's why One Piece, Detective Conan, My Hero Academia, The Rise of the Shield Hero, among many other shows, are so good because they put character development above everything else. I mean, hell, the Japanese could make an anime about high school volleyball interesting. They are leagues above their American friends. When sensible people stop worrying about offending weirdos, we can start moving forward to something better. And on that bombshell, let me know in the comments, do you want more anime coverage on this channel? I will be interested to see what you savages have to say. Thank you all for watching. Manix out.